King's Speech took place today, but what is the King's Speech and what did it include? The speech is given by the monarch, currently King Charles III, every year at the official state opening of Parliament. It briefly outlines the main laws that the government wants to pass in the coming year. This year's King's Speech included 39 bills, significantly more than the 22 bills in last year's King's Speech or the 28 bills in the King's Speech of 2019 after Boris Johnson won the election that year. This could be because the new Labour government wants to show it is hitting the ground running with getting stuff done and pushing forward with the change that was the cornerstone of its election campaign. Today's King's Speech didn't really contain any surprises. Most of it was similar to the Labour manifesto, with things like reforming planning to increase house building, nationalising the railways, and creating a publicly owned clean energy company called Great British Energy. While there was a vague reference to encouraging wide participation in the democratic process, the speech did not specifically mention expanding voting rights to 16 and 17-year-olds, which is something that many people had expected to be included. This doesn't mean that this won't happen. It just means that it's not part of the initial series of laws that the Labour government wants to pass in the next year. It's possible that it will happen closer to the next general election, when it will be more relevant. Anyways, to me, the most interesting elements of the speech involve workers' rights and reform to the House of Lords. The Employment Rights Bill looks like it will bring really significant changes for workers. Among other things, it will ban zero-hour contracts and ensure that workers are entitled to parental leave, sick pay, and protection from unfair dismissal from their first day in the job. Proposed reforms to the House of Lords will see the remaining 92 hereditary peers, that is, members of the House of Lords who inherited their position from their parents, prevented from sitting in the House of Lords and voting on legislation. Social media users were quick to point out the irony of King Charles, who obviously inherited his own position, reading out the government's plans to get rid of hereditary House of Lords members, many of whom were present in the room.